Tomorrow marks the decisive end to my engagement. Last week, I was confronted with a heart-wrenching truth. My 24-year-old fiancée had engaged in a secret affair with her boss, a man in his mid-40s, during a business trip last November. The revelation of this betrayal came crashing down upon me through an unexpected conduit, the wife of her boss. It was a shock to my system to learn that they had met clandestinely on 3 occasions during the trip, engaging in acts of infidelity. How did I come by this distressing knowledge? The boss's wife took it upon herself to reach out to me on Facebook, providing damning evidence in the form of screenshots and transcripts of their explicit conversations and email exchanges. These digital remnants painted a vivid picture of their deceit, with the two of them callously discussing their transgressions and even finding humor in their deception. Yet, amidst the treachery, my fiancée would paradoxically express her love for me, all the while ensuring their illicit liaison remained clandestine. The boss's wife, whom I had encountered at various company functions in the past, is understandably consumed by a whirlwind of emotions, from seething rage to profound heartbreak. Taking decisive action, she intends to serve her husband with divorce papers tomorrow, thereby bringing an end to their union. Furthermore, she plans to alert their HR department to the gross misconduct that has transpired under their watch. Meanwhile, my fiancée remains blissfully ignorant of the impending storm, seated across from me as I pen these words. Oblivious to the impending cataclysm, she is engrossed in planning our honeymoon, utterly unaware that our dreams of marital bliss are on the brink of dissolution. In this moment, I find it impossible to summon even an ounce of sympathy for her, as I am still grappling with the aftershocks of the betrayal that shattered my world just a week prior. Each time I revisit those incriminating messages and emails, it feels akin to having a knife twisted mercilessly in my heart. Yet, amidst the pain, I am grateful for one thing: the revelation came to light before we exchanged vows, sparing me from a lifetime of deceit and heartache. Tomorrow, I have elected to take a day off from work, devoting it to the arduous task of packing up her belongings and preparing for her departure. Though the process is fraught with emotional turmoil, it is a necessary step towards closure and healing. As I contemplate the future, questions about reclaiming the funds invested in our now defunct wedding loom large, adding a layer of financial strain to an already tumultuous situation. Though tempted to publicly shame her with the damning evidence at my disposal, I have chosen to exercise restraint, heeding the counsel of my sister. Similarly, I have refrained from reaching out to her unsuspecting parents, opting instead to let her face the consequences of her actions on her own. You might question the approach I'm taking in ending this engagement, opting for a more public declaration. But let me explain why I've chosen this route. It's not about seeking attention or drama. Rather, it's a preemptive measure to safeguard myself from any potential attempts by her to twist the narrative and paint me as the villain in this story. Your unwavering support and the invaluable advice pouring in from all corners mean the world to me. Should she attempt to reach out, I'm fully prepared to disclose the truth to her parents and provide concrete evidence if needed. It's not about retaliation. It's about upholding honesty and preventing the distortion of facts. I anticipate her parents will be taken aback when they learn that I've called off the engagement, but I believe it's crucial for them to hear the truth directly from me. Navigating her departure from my apartment requires a delicate touch. People can react unpredictably when they feel backed into a corner. Having a witness present is a wise precaution to ensure my safety and prevent any potential escalation. Now, on to the first update. The response to my initial post has been overwhelming, to say the least. Around 8 p.m., my phone began buzzing incessantly with calls and voicemails from her. Without hesitation, I turned to my sister for support, and she's been an unwavering source of strength by my side since. Engaging in a conversation with my ex's mother was an emotionally taxing experience. It's especially gut-wrenching because she's done nothing to deserve this pain. However, I endeavored to maintain composure as I calmly explained the situation and my decision. While understandably upset, her mother displayed surprising empathy and understanding towards my perspective. In a remarkable display of kindness, she even offered to assist my ex in gathering her belongings, a gesture that speaks volumes about her character. In addition, I've shared the situation with a select few of my closest friends. However, I've yet to find a moment to respond to the flood of messages inundating my phone. Listening to one of my ex's voicemails, filled with remorse and pleas for reconciliation, was a poignant moment that left me contemplating the complexity of our emotions. Attempting to call her back yielded only silence, prompting me to resort to text communication. Her subsequent inquiries about involving her mother and others in the situation led to a confrontation that stirred deep-seated emotions within me. She asked how I must feel, having to go get tested for STDs because my fiancé cheated on me. Do you know how embarrassing that is? At least she didn't deny what she did. I told her she needs to come this afternoon and get her stuff out of my place and that we are finished. She said we'll talk more later, but I cut her off and said there's not a whole lot to talk about, is there? I also asked her how she and this guy could talk badly about me and his wife. They even made fun of her for gaining weight after having 3 kids. This poor woman didn't deserve this. I didn't deserve this either. I also mentioned to her not to try to claim she felt pressured because the guy's her boss. Her texts clearly show she was a willing participant in all of this. I guess she's got to meet with HR at work today. And the whole place is gossiping about the two of them. I can't feel sorry for either of them at this point. I'm already emotionally drained. And it's not even 10 a.m. where I'm at. So once she's done with her HR meeting, I guess she's coming here to get her stuff. I'm hoping it goes without much drama. My sister should be here, and I hope her mom comes with her. My landlord also said she'll be around and that she's going to have my locks changed, hopefully either this afternoon or tomorrow. I know this is a long and rambling post, but I was trying to remember a lot of things I said, and my mind is racing right now. I'm so sorry you're experiencing this, but you're handling it like a boss. You've got a long road ahead of you, but you've got this, dude. Now, focus on you and take care of yourself. It might not have been the best idea to say she's dealing with it like a boss. As someone who went through breaking off an engagement like OP, I know it hurts at first, but in the long run, it's worth it. Why did I involve other people? I'm not sure why, but it still stuns me that someone can cheat, utterly betraying their partner, and then essentially ask, why did you keep my complete betrayal of you a secret? You know, after we hung up, it dawned on me that she involved someone else in our relationship, not me. I wish I had thought of that while still speaking to her. I'm so sorry you're experiencing this, but you hit the nail on the head. If she brings it up again, hit her with the facts. Best of luck to you always, man. I truly wish you were here, my local friend. Your presence would provide much needed support during this tumultuous time, ensuring that I maintain a level-headed approach throughout. Your ability to stay strong and composed in the face of adversity has been nothing short of inspiring, and I'm grateful for your unwavering support. As I navigate through this challenging period, I'm reminded of the importance of allowing myself to process and express my emotions. It's crucial not to suppress them, as doing so could lead to overwhelming feelings of frustration and despair. Whether I choose to confront these emotions alone or seek solace in the company of trusted friends and family, I must ensure that I don't allow her the satisfaction of seeing me falter. She doesn't deserve that power over me. Once she's out of my life, I'm determined to focus on self-improvement and personal growth. Whether it's by dedicating more time to physical fitness, pursuing opportunities for professional advancement, or simply engaging in activities that bring me joy, I'm committed to nurturing my well-being and moving forward with resilience and determination. The road to healing may be long and arduous, but I'm confident that I have the strength and resilience to overcome this adversity. Now, on to the second update. Her departure was marked by a surreal sense of finality, as she arrived accompanied by her mother and best friend, with my sister also present. Surprisingly, there were no outbursts or confrontations, just a somber acknowledgement of the inevitable. Despite her request for a private conversation, I felt that there was nothing left to be said that hadn't already been communicated through her text messages with her boyfriend. Tears were shed, apologies were offered, and belongings were gathered. Her mother's expression of regret and disbelief served as a poignant reminder of the collateral damage caused by her actions. As they prepared to leave, I couldn't help but feel a sense of relief mingled with profound sadness. The exchange regarding my ring was emblematic of the dissolution of our relationship, a symbolic gesture of closure and acceptance. It's disheartening to witness her attempts to cling to the remnants of our past, as if holding onto the ring could somehow undo the irreparable damage that has been done. Yet, amidst the chaos and confusion, there remains a glimmer of hope for the future. Tomorrow brings the promise of closure as she returns with her father to retrieve the remaining remnants of our shared life. Despite my sister's expressed desire for retribution, I find myself too weary to entertain such thoughts. The absurdity of her actions serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of human nature and the fragility of trust. I called her garbage after discovering she cheated on me. Some people seem to lack any sense of shame. I can relate to those who have experienced breaking off an engagement due to a cheating partner just weeks before the wedding. It was incredibly painful initially, but ultimately worth it. Interestingly, my brother echoed similar sentiments. As for the situation at the boss's house, I can only imagine it's not a pleasant atmosphere right now. My heart goes out to the kids in this ordeal. Regarding my own experience, I recently uncovered my ex's flirtatious relationship with a manager at the restaurant where she works. This involved inappropriate conversations, compliments, photo sharing, and plans to meet up. Despite confronting her and blocking him, she continued to engage with him, even making light of being caught by me. Feeling emasculated and humiliated by her disrespect, I took drastic action. I posted incriminating screenshots on her social media accounts and informed the guy she was cheating with, as well as her boss and mother. While she later apologized, the damage was done. Reflecting on my actions, I realize I may have gone too far. It's not in my nature to seek revenge in such a manner. However, the sheer magnitude of betrayal and disrespect I felt pushed me to react impulsively. Now, onto the top comments before the updates. It's a relief I didn't release the pictures, which would have escalated the situation further. There's a saying, if something can be destroyed by the truth, it wasn't meant to be. If she felt no guilt, my actions wouldn't have elicited such a response. It's a lesson in discretion and restraint, reminding us not to act impulsively in moments of anger. Additionally, there's a sense of validation in the acknowledgement that going to extremes and seeking revenge often backfires. While the urge to retaliate may feel satisfying in the moment, it rarely leads to the closure or satisfaction we seek. It's a reminder to handle conflicts with grace and integrity, even in the face of betrayal. As for the advice shared in the comments, it's a mixed bag of practical wisdom and humorous anecdotes. From being cautious about what we say or do to investing in quality essentials like shoes and tires, there's a blend of seriousness and levity that adds depth to the discussion. Overall, this experience serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of letting emotions dictate our actions. While it's natural to feel hurt and angry in the aftermath of betrayal, it's essential to channel those emotions constructively rather than resorting to vindictiveness. I can resonate with your feelings of frustration and disdain towards cheaters. In my opinion, you showed remarkable restraint considering the circumstances. I share your hope that she faces consequences for her actions, and if any of the other individuals involved are in committed relationships, they should also be held accountable. It's disheartening to hear about your past experience with infidelity, particularly in the restaurant industry where such behavior seems prevalent. Your story serves as a reminder of the emotional toll such betrayal can take, but it's uplifting to hear that you eventually found lasting love and happiness. Your decision to share the incriminating evidence with her mother during a time when you were actively helping her move speaks volumes about your integrity. While some may perceive your actions as extreme, they were undoubtedly driven by a justified sense of outrage and betrayal. It's understandable that you're eagerly awaiting updates on the consequences she may face, especially after seeing that her boss has acknowledged the evidence of her infidelity. The fact that she still retains her job despite your efforts to expose her wrongdoing is disheartening. However, it's commendable that you're focusing on your own healing and growth, recognizing the importance of seeking therapy to navigate through this challenging period. It's unfortunate that your attempts to confront her with the truth only resulted in a hurtful and unproductive exchange. At this point, it's clear that further communication with her will only serve to exacerbate the pain. As you move forward, it's essential to prioritize your well-being and personal development. Seeking therapy is a positive step towards processing your emotions and finding closure. Despite the unexpected turn of events, your willingness to confront the situation head-on demonstrates your strength and resilience. Regarding your efforts to involve the restaurant owner, it's disappointing that legal constraints prevent him from taking action. However, The evidence you provided should speak volumes about the inappropriate behavior that occurred during work hours. It's understandable that you're frustrated by the lack of accountability in this situation. In our state, employment laws lean heavily towards the employer, granting them the authority to terminate employees for a multitude of reasons, as long as they don't violate any anti-discrimination statutes. This unfortunate reality means that despite the discomfort it may bring to all parties involved, including the owner, GM, and the manager with whom she cheated, it's unlikely that she'll face any repercussions at her job. Moving on to the final update, it's revealed that the man she engaged in an affair with is a single father who co-parents with another woman. Upon discovering the identity of this woman, I made the decision to share all the damning evidence with her. However, it turned out that she had already been suspicious of their interactions for over a year, prompting her to request that he cease all communication. She expressed her unwillingness to associate with someone who disrespected the mother of their child. Despite my ex-girlfriend's disrespectful behavior towards this woman, their relationship ultimately ended. While my ex may not have been fully aware of the extent of their relationship, she was cognizant of their frequent communication. It's ironic that despite her aversion to the idea of becoming a single mother and her condemnation of her own father's infidelity, she willingly participated in an affair with a man who was cheating on his partner while their child was still very young. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story.